Hello, my name is Stanley Heller. Welcome to the Struggle Video News. Today we feature protests at the trip of Ben-Gvir to New Haven, the large 50-51 protest in Hartford, and Pope Francis' efforts for Palestine. About 300 angry people responded to news that Israel's security minister, Itamar Ben-Gvir, was speaking at a group with ties to Yale. They crowded on Orange Street in New Haven, Connecticut, to protest this man connected to genocide of Palestinians at the highest level. In addition, Ben-Gvir is the head of Israeli police and prisons, and is responsible for the tortures and hunger conditions at these institutions. The building is owned by the society called Shabtai, which was founded by a group of Yale alumni and students in the 1990s, along with a real estate businessman named Rabbi Shmuley Hecht, and Cory Booker, who is now the senator from New Jersey.
Justice, and you don't get no peace. If you don't get no justice, then you don't get no peace. If you don't get no justice, then you don't get no peace.
All right, what
no justice, no peace. Palestine will live forever.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Open up the prison door.
Open up the prison door.
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Gaza, we will liberate.
Gaza, we will liberate.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Open up the prison door.
Open up the prison door.
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a racist state.
Israel is a racist state.
Israel is a fascist. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Open up the prison door.
Open up the prison door.
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Gaza, we will liberate.
Gaza, we will liberate. Smash the Zionist state. Free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Take back our land.
We are taking back our land.
Free.
Palestine will be free.
Yeah, well, they're...
Palestine will live forever.
The protesting crowd was so large that police closed off Orange Street to traffic. Some of the protesters went to the back side of the building, so all entrances and the driveway were covered.
Free, free Palestine! The people united will never be defeated. The people united. defeated. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the sea to the river. From the sea to the river. Palestine will live forever. Palestine will live forever. From the Ben-Gvir, what do you say? Ben-Gvir, what do you say? How many kids did you kill today? How many kids did you kill today? Ben-Gvir, what do you say? Ben-Gvir, what do you say? How many kids did you kill today? How many kids did you kill? Say it clear, say it loud. Say it clear, say it loud. Gaza, you make us proud. Gaza, you make us proud. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Down with occupation. With liberation. Down, down with occupation. Down with genocide. Down, down with genocide. Free, free, free Palestine. Palestine is our land. No peace, unstolen land. Gaza is under attack. How's that the smell? Let me back. Gaza is under attack. Is under attack. Stand up, fight back. Stand up, fight back. Stand up, fight back.
We need people to link arms around the entrances. Link arms. They cannot move us. We are here for a free Palestine.
Liberation is here. Say it clear, say it loud. Gaza, you make us proud. Say it clear, say it loud. Say it clear, say it loud. Gaza, you make us proud. Gaza, you make us proud. We are the people. We are the people. Genocide. Free, free, free Palestine. Down, down with genocide. The walls have got to go. From Palestine to Mexico. From Palestine to Mexico. All the walls have got to go. All the walls have got to go. So we're here with them today against one of the most atrocious war criminals we have here. The most evil, despicable, racist person is coming to New Haven, coming here, and we're allowing it. So we say no. We say shame.
I was born and raised in New Haven County. I went to public school here. I know the curriculum. We opened those history books and we learned the atrocities that were committed in the years before us. In class, we'd sit around and say, who could ever let this happen? Who could ever allow this? And yet here we are, allowing a war criminal into our city. This goes against everything our educators have taught us, and everything that this city should stand for. It is fitting that it was Yale that has brought Ben-Gvir here, an institution that is so disconnected from the community around it. An institution that put its students in shackles for peacefully protesting and has now invited the wicked human who has helped orchestrate the genocide to come speak to them. And to speak about what exactly? More ways that Yale could brutalize its students? Ways it could torture them in their jail cells after mass arresting them? Or how about the method of indiscriminately dropping bombs, killing thousands with no regard for civilian life? Tell me, what business does Ben-Gvir have on a university campus?
None!
Yale, if you want to silence us, I'm sure your new best friend has lots of tips on how. You have to commit a couple war crimes against humanity, but you can get it done. Because your current tactics will not work.
Yeah!
You can threaten to arrest us, dox our names, our jobs, our families, but we'll keep coming back. We will keep resisting.
Yeah!
I will never be silent. They can shackle me and drag me away and I will crawl back. They can cut off my tongue and I'll use my hands. They can kill me and bury me 6 feet under, and 2 more of me will show up because we have power in numbers. And we have the numbers. We have the power. The people have the power. The students have the power, and they can never take that from us. Because who has the power? Who has the power?
We do!
We have the power. The people have the power, and we will shut it down.
Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down!
One of the main activists leading the chants was Basel from We Will Return.
This is Basel from We Will Return, an organization working in Connecticut for the liberation of the Palestinian people through humanitarian aid, social activism, and education.
I appreciate you talking with me and you're a little harsh from chanting.
That's
So
cool.
tell us what is going on here.
So today, this is pretty much the culmination of what we've been fighting against for the past 18 months, as well as the past 76 years of occupation, genocide, ethnic cleansing. Today, a terrorist walks our grounds. The U.S. government in Yale has green-lighted a terrorist and noted war criminal to come to our grounds and speak to the people of Connecticut. This is a person who is openly advocated for the murder of Muslims and Arabs alike, who's openly advocated for the right to rape Palestinian prisoners, who's openly advocated for desecration of mosques in Palestine and Gaza and the West Bank, as well as this is a person who legitimately stepped down from his position of leadership once the ceasefire was called. This is a man who does not want peace. He wants continued murder, continued genocide, continued terrorism. And we will not stand idly as he walks our grounds.
And he's a minister of this genocidal government.
That's correct. He's the architect of this genocide. He was at the table when they continued to bomb Gaza, when they continued to occupy the West Bank, when they continued to restrict the freedom of movement of the Palestinians, both in Gaza and the West Bank. So he is on the front line of this genocide. He is one of the main perpetrators, and we will not stand by as he's welcomed with the red carpet into this country.
So he's not a military leader, but he's head of the police and prisons. We know the prisons are pretty horrible places.
Prisons are extremely horrible people and placed in Palestine. We can move from the fact that Palestinian children are the only people who are undead in the entire world without a proper council. We can move to the fact that there are over 10,000 Palestinian prisoners well before October 7th who are documented as no crime committed. We can move on to the fact as well that there are people both in Gaza and the West Bank who are not treated like prisoners. They're treated like captives. They're treated like garbage. There are people who are being raped. There are people who are being starved. There are people being frozen to death. Every single cruel way that you can think of to die, Ben-Gvir has architected that way.
And several score prisoners have died since the Intifada. People in Israeli custody, and they're supposed to be given some kind of decent treatment.
That's correct. We have seen dozens of Palestinian prisoners illegally murdered in prison. I want to say murdered because they allow these conditions. They allow the freezing, they allow the starvation, they allow the restriction of medical treatment that they do need in order to survive. So it is not some sort of passive murder that is being done here. This is an active murder upon the Palestinian people.
Toward the end of the interview, it was obvious that something was happening, so we broke away. Ben-Gvir had come up the steps of the building. He was met by loud boos. Evidently, he and his security had tried to get into the driveway, but had been met with resistance, and they backed up. There were, of course, many Jews in the crowd. Some protested openly, others were masked to prevent retribution or doxing. Very prominent among the Jews was a group of 20 or so ultra-Orthodox Jews from the international movement Neturei Karta. They remain faithful to the 1,500-year-old anti-Zionist Talmudic rulings against the creation of a Jewish state.
We don't want no Zionists here! Say it loud, say it clear!
I interviewed Rabbi Dovid Weiss.
Okay, with the help of the Almighty, my name is Rabbi Yisroel Dovid Weiss of Neturei Karta, Jews United Against Zionism.
So what do you make of
It's just one more sad link in a long chain of death and suffering, a misrepresentation of Judaism, a genocide, just a catastrophe, a nakba they call it in us, and all being perpetrated in the name of a holy religion of Judaism, a religion of 3,000 years, and this occupation, the Zionist endeavor to create a state, to create their sovereignty, is a selfish, flawed movement of maybe 140 years, simply masquerading in the religion of 3,000 years. My religion of Judaism does not permit us to steal or to kill. We are even told and commanded by the Almighty since the destruction of the temple 2,000 years ago, King Solomon's temple, the second, that we are expressly forbidden to reestablish any Jewish sovereignty till God will reveal its glory throughout the world, where all humanity will serve Him in harmony.
We're in the talk about this new government of ours with Trump, who says that anyone who is anti-Zionist is anti-Semitic.
That is unfortunately one of the nuclear weapons of the Zionists, and it's an insult to base common sense, to base godly given wisdom that every human being has, because it is so distinctly different. Judaism is to serve God. Jews, as I said, we were living together. We were enjoying a harmonious coexistence. We didn't have a problem, even though we have a distinctly different religion. The problem emanated from the creation of the Zionist state, when they had this selfish, flawed, nationalist goal to take over the land. That's where the bloodshed started. That's where all the strife and rift between Jews and Muslims started. So how could somebody confuse this concept of religion with nationalism that the Zionists are creating?
You can see the whole interview on our YouTube channel, The Struggle Video News. We had to break off coverage at that point, but the crowd stayed there for several more hours. Ben-Gvir emerged for a few seconds at the front entrance to taunt the crowd with a V sign, and then scampered out the back. This man, by the way, is Shmuley Hecht, who is the key person behind the Shabtai organization and who openly admires Ben-Gvir. It's important to note that no one of any prominence met publicly with Itamar Ben-Gvir. No synagogue, no Jewish Federation, not even AIPAC, nor the Zionist Organization of America. He did go to Mar-a-Lago, where he says he met with unnamed Republican leaders who support his program. A number of members of Shabtai, in protest of the invitation to Ben-Gvir, publicly resigned, but not Senator Cory Booker, who has not said one word about the fiasco. Ben-Gvir did have some kind of event at a New York restaurant where he was interrupted by this protester.
Get the fuck out of New York, Itamar. We know who you are. I'll tell you another thing. You'll be remembered like a Nazi, and Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. You're campaigning of genocide.
A note: the day before Ben-Gvir went to New Haven, Yale students set up tents for a number of hours in Yale's Beinecke Plaza, largely to protest Ben-Gvir's coming. The Yale administration then canceled all group rights for the student group Yaleys for Palestine, immediately gaining praise from the Trump administration. This cowardly move was the opposite of the advice given by distinguished Yale professor Timothy Snyder, who in his book on tyranny wrote, "Do not obey in advance." And on the other side of the world, a protest of the Israeli ambassador to South Korea.
Free Palestine. Stop genocide. Free Palestine.
과학 기술이 집단학살 도구가 돼선 안 되는데 계속 지금
Stop genocide. Free Palestine.
Genocide is not welcome here.
Stop genocide.
Sir, you're complicit in genocide. You're complicit in genocide. And you know that. You're not talking right now because you know that we're right.
Stop genocide.
You have blood on your hands. You're talking 30,000 children's blood on your hands.
Stop genocide.
네, 여기는 식당이니까 나가주시죠. Please get out here. This is a restaurant. Check it out.
Stop genocide.
And
Stop genocide.
we can be here too.
아니, 그만하세요. 그만하시라고 해. 그만하세요. 스탑. 저희는 저 경찰관입니다. 저는 경찰관이고요. 여기서 나가세요, 지금.
We're not doing anything. We're not doing anything.
Yeah. No. Hey. Listen. We're police officer. Get out.
We're just talking.
We are here restaurant.
Yes, but we're just talking.
You're offending the ambassador.
No.
Get out. 아니요, 여기 식당이고 손님들 식사하시잖아요.
You know that people are dying. 저거 전달 드리는 거예요. You know people are dying.
네. 아니, 그러니까 여기서 하지 마시고 나중에 대사관 앞에 가서 하세요, 그러면.
도서관에서 보고했습니다.
안에 들어서 맨날 경찰 불러가지고
아니,
맨날 막잖아요.
여기 식당이고
계속 여기 벌어진 손님들
식사하시잖아요.
10만 명이 아이들이 있었습니다. 제발 개량하시고 선생님, 스탑 제노사이드 경찰관인데요. 이 부분들 정식으로 업무방해로 신고하세요, 지금. 경고하시고 안 나가시면 업무방해 매일 신고하세요.
아니 이거 전해드리려고 온 거라고요.
아, 그러니까요.
나 가다가
지금 방해하시네요, 지금. 스탑 제노사이드.
예.
내려와.
네, 내려서 얘기해주세요. 죄송합니다. Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Stop genocide!
불러가지고 저희가 내려가는 것까지 확인했거든요.
You're complicit! You have blood on your hands! You have blood on your hands!
Now we go to Hartford, Connecticut on April 19th for a very large protest of Trump administration policies. Corporate media, as usual, underplayed the size of the big rally in Hartford on April 19th. It was very interesting. There were no speeches, just hundreds, perhaps thousands of people, all with their own handmade signs. The new group 5051 put out the call for the day's action. Here's a witty comment on the president's geographical and biological knowledge. Now, two-sided signs. They, being the Nazis, built the death camps outside Germany so they could claim German law didn't apply. Parallels to El Salvador, as this protester claims. Complacency lets the virus spread. In front of a courthouse opposite the Capitol. Kilmar refers to Mr. Abrego Garcia, to whom the Supreme Court demands Trump return to the U.S.
People over profits! 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 People over profits!
Two people held World War II photos of relatives. Generally, people rejected kings and fascists. Signs for Palestinian rights were displayed without any criticism. Avelo is an airline that has just signed a deportation deal with ICE. There was a big protest of this company a few days ago outside Tweed-New Haven Airport. A good number of signs and flags were for Ukraine, whom Trump is kicking under the bus. This creative sign is a face inside a hole in the sign.
Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down!
A real shot in the arm was a march into the lines of protesters by at least 500 members of Unite Here, the hotel, restaurant, and food service workers' union. They were concentrating on gaining support in the Connecticut legislature for SB 8. It took 3 minutes for all the members of the Unite Here union to pass by. Evidently, this is to be sung to the tune Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. The crowds along Capitol Avenue that the corporate media never spotted. Now for some short remarks on the death of Pope Francis. This photo from last December was astounding. The Pope witnessing the opening of the display of the creche with the baby Jesus on a Palestinian keffiyeh. Around that time, it was revealed that the Pope had steadily been calling Gaza. Just hours after the war began in October 2023, the only Catholic church in Gaza received a call from Rome. It was the first of what became nightly discussions between the parishioners of the Holy Family Church and Pope Francis. The Pope would make sure to speak to everyone in the room, not just the priest. The Catholic News Agency that said that the Pope made his final call in Gaza just 2 days before his death. In December 2023, Israeli troops entered the grounds of the Holy Family Church in Gaza and killed 2 Catholic women. The Vatican released this video of one of his calls to Gaza.
Sto bene, grazie a Dio. Mi scusa, è stato quella Santa Messa.
Ah, quella messa.
Può ringraziare, pregare per lei, chiedere sempre prega per loro.
E prega a favore, non contro.
Sì, grazie a madre.
A domani.
Grazie. A domani, Santo Padre.
A domani. Shukran.
That's our program for today. See you next week. I'm Stanley Heller for the Struggle Video News.